Good afternoon, Ms. Karen. We will be presenting our community service group project, which is titled The Impacts of COVID-19 on Indonesians' Daily Life. First of all, I'll be explaining about the problems. Half of the year has passed, and the main headline of the news is mostly about the coronavirus, and it has spread all over the globe. Primarily, the early cases of the virus was found in China on November 2019 and has continued to spread all over the world. Thankfully, several countries have been exposed to this virus, and thankfully, several countries such as Malaysia, New Zealand, and Taiwan have been able to keep the number of cases down in recent times. However, countries such as USA, India, and Indonesia have been struggling to keep and subdue the infection rate. While the governments in several countries have been struggling to decrease the active cases of COVID-19, this paper will be focusing primarily on the problems that Indonesia faced regarding the pandemic, as well as the possible solutions to cope with the infection rate and the number of new cases. COVID-19 has continued to spread in Indonesia even with the government's attempt in issuing several health safety protocols. The number of new cases kept on increasing in Indonesia. Most people have agreed that COVID-19 will have a long-term impact on both the country and its people. Looking at the health perspective, COVID-19 makes the overall environment risky for almost everyone because one can be a carrier without having any symptoms of the virus, or in other words, people without symptoms, or what Indonesians call as orang tanpa gejala. Even though these people might not harbor the symptoms of the virus and may look healthy on the outside, these people might infect others unknowingly. In terms of economic and business perspective, COVID-19 has made tons of offline retailers close their stores, increase unemployment rate, and decrease in sales. Overall, the virus has brought upon economic instability for Indonesia, and it will keep on getting worse unless the government finds a quick solution to solve these problems. It's been around 6 months since the first COVID-19 case was found in Indonesia. The number of positive cases in Indonesia is still increasing, with the most number of new cases primarily revolves around the capital of Indonesia, DKI Jakarta. The government has not applied the movement control order, or PSBB, for some time now, but due to the increasing number of cases all over Indonesia, not only in Jakarta, the government might need to apply this rule again. Despite the regulation of safety protocols when doing outdoor and outside of home activities, the cases of Indonesia still did not decrease and is still kept on increasing. Therefore, the government has issued another movement control order, or PSBB, in some areas such as Jakarta. And if this is still not a proper solution, the PSBB or movement control order can be applied in other cities as well, not only in Jakarta. Next is the solution part, which will be explained by my teammates Patrick.
So for the solution is, unlike the other countries such as Australia, Malaysia, England, and some other European countries, Indonesia has never applied the lockdown policy in attempt to cut the access regarding to COVID-19. The reason Indonesia never applied the lockdown policy is because it is economically dangerous for Indonesia to apply lockdown stage. Indonesia is a big country, and many people are still relying on subsidies from the government in order to survive. If lockdown is applied in Indonesia, then there is no way for the people to survive. If the lockdown policy will be able to apply in Indonesia, therefore small business such as food sold on by the middle to lower groups will have to be closed, and it is impossible for them to survive. And then if those businesses are to be um, closed down in order to suppress the spread of the coronavirus. Therefore, the Indonesian government has created their own solution for Indonesia. There are many solutions that government thought. There is PSBB or pembatasan sosial berskala besar. The Indonesian government made this strategy to minimize or overcome the spread of COVID-19 in Indonesia, such as schools, universities, offices, religious activities, malls, and public transportation are those affected by the implementation of the PSBB. Where only government people can work, but it's the same because uh, there must be a certificate concern to be free to work. Then the government requires wearing masks and bringing hand sanitizer to people who are traveling. If you don't use and carry items, the items that the government thought, you will be penalized. And then after the traveling, always wash your hands with soap for at least 30 seconds. Then the government also took the part of providing counseling to the public to always wear masks and carry hand sanitizer and always wash their hand for 30 seconds. Um, Whenever they are outside the house, and then the government collaborated with the television station to provide information on this. In addition, the government collaborated with television. Government has also summoned several influential such as singers, artists, film players, and athletes, and many to help the country provided counseling to the millennial community who cannot be separated from the gadget every day by providing educational videos and uploaded such as image on the YouTube, Instagram, and many others.
Okay, I'm Christian. Now I will explain about SWOT analysis. I will explain about the first 2 points about this SWOT analysis, which is there are a strong and weak point. So the number of the people who are positively exposed to the coronavirus is increasing in Indonesia. The rate of increase in the number of the positive patient at the beginning of March in 2020 in Indonesia alone was 33%. Therefore, several regulations were made to prevent the increase in the coronavirus. There are the first example is to prevent the spread of the virus by prohibiting the large gathering. One way is by prevent transmission by prohibiting everyone from eating in the restaurant, because if only one person is positive for the virus in that restaurant, that the people around him are likely to expose the virus. Also, because the virus was circulating and spreading in the restaurant room. Even though the regulations were made, there were still deviants in this regulation. The regulation is considered to be strong and strict in preventing people from living in the house. So, in addition, several tourist attractions and malls are still open, so the number of the people who gather is still large. The spread of from big city to small city is also due to absence of the social restrictions at cross-regional borders. So the movement from big city to small city is still large. Violations are also carried out in the absence of hard punishment for people who violate security rules or protocols. In addition to less strict regulation, public awareness about the dangers of this virus is still low, so they still ignore exciting about security protocol.
Hi, my name is Clifton, and I'm going to continue with the SWOT analysis. Now I'm going to explain about the opportunity. Because of PSBB, a lot of people have been staying at home lately. During this period of time, they can try to learn new skills, such as cooking, and if they feel confident in their food, they can try to sell it online to increase their personal income. Technology and online communication will also be improved because it is not that easy anymore to meet with other people. So they will use applications such as Zoom, Skype, or WhatsApp to communicate with the people they missed. If all people start using more and more online communication, they will become aware of how useful technology is. The next part I'm going to explain is threats. With these regulations being applied, there are a lot of negative things could happen. Not all people will have a positive mindset during this time. If they feel unmotivated to do anything, they could have an unhealthy body, which can lead to higher damage if they were infected by the COVID-19 because they have a low immune system. The second one is they could have a shopping addiction to help with their stress level because they cannot go anywhere, so the only thing that will make them happy is shopping because shopping is considered a stress reliever. Shopping addiction could be bad for some individuals because they might spend their savings in order to do this activity, and some people already lose their primary source of income and become unemployed, so they might not be able to survive during this period of time. That's all for today. Thank you.